Hey everyone! Welcome back to another episode of the podcast, where we come together to explore how to rediscover our truest, most powerful selves. Today's episode is all about embracing the version of yourself you've been missing. Too often, we get caught up in life's demands and forget the simple joys that used to make us feel alive. But here's the truth. You don't need to change who you are. You just need to remember the person you used to be. The one who laughed freely, dreamed big, and felt confident in her own skin. This episode is about reconnecting with that version of you and learning how to live fully again. Let's dive in and start rediscovering the best version of yourself. Part 1. The mirror moment. Have you ever looked into the mirror and whispered to yourself, "I miss me"? It happens to many of us. Sometimes we feel like we've been so busy just trying to survive that we forget to live. The version of yourself who laughed freely, dreamed boldly, and felt joy in the simplest moments might feel distant. But that version of you isn't gone. It's waiting for you to remember and reclaim it. This isn't about becoming someone new. It's about returning to the person you once knew and loved. The mirror moment is the beginning of a journey. A journey of rediscovering who you are, without all the noise and pressures of life. Part 2. The person you used to be. There was a time when you felt light and free. You enjoyed little moments without a care in the world. You used to chase your passions and savor the small joys. Then life caught up with you. Responsibilities, work, family, survival, they gradually took over. But it's important to remember that you didn't change because you were weak. You changed because you were trying to be everything for everyone else. But now, it's time to give something back to yourself. Part 3. Who is your favorite you? Let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt truly proud of yourself, not because of your achievements, but because of how you felt inside? Maybe it was when you stood up for your values, helped someone in need, or simply gave yourself permission to rest. This is your favorite version of yourself, the one who chooses peace, embraces imperfections, and finds joy in the little things. It's not the perfect you, but the real, authentic you. Part 4. Finding yourself. Again, life has a way of putting us on a path that can sometimes feel like it drags us away from who we are. But even when life becomes busy or difficult, there's always an opportunity to reconnect with yourself. A simple, intentional action can bring back that spark you've been missing. Whether it's taking a walk, picking up an old hobby, or sitting quietly with your thoughts, these small moments have the power to remind you of who you are at your core. It's never too late to reclaim the version of yourself you miss. Part 5. You don't need to fix yourself. You are not broken. You don't need to fix yourself. You just need to find the version of you that feels at home. She's not far away. She's in the simple choices, in the moments when you choose to be kind to yourself, to rest without guilt, and to say, "I am enough." This journey isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you've always been. Part 6. The weight of other people's expectations. We've all been there, shaping ourselves to fit the expectations of others. You may have spent so much time trying to be what others wanted that you lost touch with who you truly are. But there comes a point when you realize you can't be everything to everyone. It's time to stop seeking validation outside yourself. You're allowed to let go of the pressure and live for you. It's okay to say no, to choose joy, and to take care of yourself first. Part 7. When you feel most like you, your true self isn't found in grand accomplishments or perfect moments. It's found in the quiet, everyday moments when you are just being. Maybe it's when you make your favorite cup of tea, when you walk barefoot on the grass, or when you laugh for no reason at all. These are the moments where you reconnect with who you are at your core. You don't need to wait for a perfect day to feel alive. You just need to notice the beauty in the simple things. Part 8. Permission to be you. Sometimes, we forget that we don't need permission to live fully. But right now, I want to give you permission. Permission to take up space. Permission to rest without guilt. Permission to wear what makes you feel good. Permission to change your mind. Permission to try again, even if you've failed before. You don't need anyone's approval but your own. And just in case you forgot, you have it now. Part 9. Letting go of the old you to step into your best self. Sometimes you have to let go of old versions of you. The version that said yes to everything to keep the peace. The one who smiled through pain. The one who stayed silent to avoid conflict. Those versions helped you survive. But they don't have to lead you anymore. You can choose the true, unfiltered version of yourself to take the lead now. And she's ready to shine. Part 10. Story. Nora's second chance. Let me tell you about Nora. Nora was a nurse, mother of 3, and wife. She spent years putting everyone else first, until one day she realized she hadn't laughed in months. Then she saw a poster for a local dance class. She used to love dancing, but she thought, I'm too old for this now, too busy. But then her daughter said, Mama, I think you'd be happy if you danced again. Nora took the leap, nervously, alone, but with hope. That first class? She cried, not from sadness, but from remembering how it felt to be herself. Now Nora dances every week and she says, this is the happiest I've been in 20 years. Sometimes a small decision to do something for yourself can spark an entire transformation. Part 11. The joy of starting small. You don't have to make big changes to meet your favorite self. You don't need a new job, new house, or new life. Sometimes it starts with a small moment. Drinking your coffee slowly instead of rushing. Turning off your phone for 1 hour. Laughing at a silly video saying no without apologizing. These tiny moments build something powerful. They remind you, you matter. Your joy is allowed. You don't have to earn peace. You can live it. Now. Part 12. Story. The green bike. When I was a little girl, I had a green bicycle. I used to ride it with no hands, screaming with joy down a hill near my house. I felt wild, brave, me. Years later, after work one evening, I passed a bike store. In the window was a green bicycle. It looked nothing like the one I had as a child, but something inside me said, try. I bought it. I rode it. At first, I wobbled. I was out of breath, but I smiled, because on that ride I met a part of myself I hadn't seen in years. That day, I remembered this truth. You are allowed to come back to life, at any age, at any time. Part 13. Falling back in love with yourself. We talk so much about falling in love with others. But what about falling in love with yourself? What if you gave yourself the same care you give to your loved ones? Spoke kindly to yourself, forgave yourself quickly, believed in your own dreams, made space for your rest, celebrated your wins, even small ones. Loving yourself doesn't mean thinking you're better than others. It means not forgetting you matter too. When you love yourself, you stop chasing the world, and you start building your own. Part 14. Story. The sound of her laugh. Of my favorite memories is of my friend Lisa. She used to laugh loud, the kind of laugh that filled a whole room. But after years in a job that drained her, a relationship that silenced her, she told me, I haven't laughed like that in years. One day, we went to a comedy show. Halfway through, something silly happened on stage. And then it came. That big, bold laugh. Tears ran down her cheeks. People turned to look, but she didn't care. She looked at me and said, I missed this sound. And I said, so did I. Your joy isn't too loud. Let the world hear it. Part 15. Becoming your own safe place. Your favorite version of yourself is not the one who avoids mistakes. It's the one who feels safe, even in the middle of them. You don't have to always be strong. You don't have to pretend everything's fine. You just need to become the kind of person who says, to herself, I see you. I love you. I'm not leaving you. Be your own safe space. Hold your heart gently. And when the world gets loud, whisper, come home to me. Part 16. The power of doing nothing. You know what I discovered? Sometimes the best way to find yourself is to do nothing at all. Not read, not scroll, not clean, not plan. Just sit. Be still. Breathe. Let your mind wander. Let your soul speak. In that silence, you'll hear whispers of your truest self, the one you forgot, the one you buried, the one who's still waiting, patiently. You don't need to chase your best self. She will come when you stop running. Part 17. Story. The letter to herself. A woman named Arya once wrote a letter to her future self. It said, Dear me, I hope you smile more. I hope you no longer shrink to fit in. I hope you dance again. I hope you know you are enough, even when you do nothing. If you forget, read this again. I love you. Years later, after a tough season in life, Arya found that letter in an old box. She read it and cried. Because even though life had changed her, that version of her still lived inside. Sometimes, your favorite self leaves you a map. You just have to follow the signs. Back home. Part 18. Living without apology. The day I stopped apologizing for who I am was the day I truly began to live. I used to say sorry for everything. Sorry I look tired. Sorry my house is messy. Sorry I'm not good at that, but now I say, I need rest. I choose peace. I'm learning. You are not too much. You are not too little. You are you. And that is beautiful. Let the world meet your favorite version, the one who's free to be herself. Part, not what would she do? When I feel lost or unsure, I ask myself, what would the best version of me do right now? Would she stress? Would she rush? Would she believe the lies? No. She would. Breathe deeply, speak kindly, trust the process, smile gently, let go of control, and then I follow her. Every time I act from that place, I grow closer to her. She becomes stronger. And I feel more at home in my own skin. Part 20. You're already her. And here's the truth I want to leave you with, Gita, and everyone listening. You don't need to become someone else. You already are your favorite version. She's not in the future. She's here, in the small choices, the quiet bravery, the soft smiles, the gentle strength. You've already met her. You just need to keep choosing her, again and again. So take this moment, put your hand on your heart, and say it with me. I am proud of who I'm becoming. I'm coming home to myself. And I love who I see. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're just blooming. And your favorite self is already clapping for you. Thank you for sharing this journey with me today. If this episode touched your heart, please click like, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more weekly motivation. I'll see you in the next one. And until then, keep becoming her, because she's worth it. And so are you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this episode inspired you to reconnect with the version of yourself that feels at home, peaceful, and proud. Remember, you don't have to change yourself to be your best self. You just have to choose her again, one small moment at a time. If this episode resonated with you, please like, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to stay updated on all the upcoming episodes. I can't wait to see you in the next one. And until then, keep choosing your favorite self. She's worth it. And so are you.